As per Union Health Ministry data, the current COVID-19 death toll is approximately 1.43 lakh. The active caseload continues to remain below 5 lakh mark. The total number of people recovered from the virus is now at 94 lakh. The overall COVID-19 tally in the country stands at 98 lakh. As per ICMR, around 15.45 crore samples have been tested up to December 13. First batch of Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine departed from Michigan manufacturing unit. It is touted to be one of the biggest vaccination efforts in the history of the United States. COVID-19 vaccine shipments from the unit will be closely monitored by U.S. Marshals. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the emergency use of the vaccine on December 11, 2020. Senior staff of White House will be among the first 5 members to receive the vaccine. The first 3 million doses of the vaccine are currently being distributed to various locations across the country. US President Donald Trump ensured that the vaccine would be free to all the Americans. Indian Defence Forces are stocking weapons and ammunition for a 15-day intense war against China. This announcement comes amid the prolonged standoff along the LAC in eastern Ladakh. The armed forces are preparing for a two-front war with both China and Pakistan. As per the army officials, they have been instructed to enhance stock for 15 days instead of 10. Earlier, the armed forces used to stock the weapons for 40 days for a long haul. The 3 Indian security forces were also provided with emergency financial powers to procure items worth 300 crore rupees. Serum Institute of India CEO Adar Poonawalla stated that COVID-19 vaccination drive in India is likely to begin by January 2021. He also said that the vaccination drive might pave way for normalcy in the country. The Serum Institute of India expects emergency use authorization for the vaccine by December end, but the actual license for wider use might come later. Meanwhile, the expert committee of the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization sought additional safety and efficacy data of the vaccine. Adar Poonawalla also mentioned that the center wants to procure 300 to 400 million doses by July 2021. The US President Donald Trump threatened to veto the revised $740 million defense bill. Trump further cited China as the biggest winner of the new defense bill. The House of Representatives passed the 2021 National Defense Authorization Act by 335 to 78 margin. Even the Republican-controlled Senate had voted in favor of the bill, but the US President voiced his disapproval of NDAA as it fails to repeal Section 230. Section 230 is the law that protects internet companies from being liable to third-party posts. Of late, Donald Trump has been constantly waging war with social media giants for the past several months. Google Maps decided to remove the abandoned road in Russia after a young adult froze to death. The road of bones was immediately removed from the system to avoid further ill-fated incidents. An 18-year-old Russian man and his friend were found dead after their car broke down in the extreme weather. The local police found the car covered in snow as temperature climbed down to minus 50 degrees Celsius. Earlier, the approximate time to commute this route was 31 hours, which later became 34 hours. The condition of the road becomes hazardous during winters. After this incident, several local residents criticized Google Maps and suggested to opt for a local mapping service. Scientists recently developed a new technique to test COVID-19. A portable saliva-based smartphone testing platform for COVID-19 has been developed by US scientists. They further claim this technique would obtain the test results within 15 minutes. According to the scientists, the test is done by pairing a fluorescence microscope readout device with the smartphone. Further, the technique would determine the quantity of the virus in the patient. The researchers also said that the technique works as effectively as the RT-PCR method. Based on this finding, the researchers suggested that saliva may provide a robust means of diagnosis after infection. In a rare sight, forest officials spotted a Royal Bengal tiger at an altitude of 3,165 meters above sea level in Nepal. This has further raised concerns about the impact of climate change on wildlife habitat. Even the forest officials claim that it is very unusual to sight a tiger at that height. The Royal Bengal tiger is the largest of all Asian big cats. It was captured at an elevation of 3,165 meters by a camera trap set up in a forest in Ilam district of eastern Nepal. Earlier, Bhutan had captured a tiger on camera at an altitude of 4,038 meters in 2018. Filmmaker Gangeet Monga will be joining Malayalam flick Jallikattu as an executive producer. She will be one of the key members to strategize the film's campaign for Oscars 2021. Jallikattu is selected as India's official entry for the International Feature Film at the 93 Academy Awards. Gangeet is one of the esteemed names in the film industry and has won an Oscar award for Period End of Sentence movie. She had also campaigned for Tamil thriller Visarannai in 2016 Oscars. Besides Jallikattu, Chapak, Shakuntala Devi and Chalang are also competing to be included as India's Oscar entry. Australian all-rounder Moses Henriques has been added to the team ahead of the first test against India. This development comes after Sean Abbott was ruled out of the team due to injury woes. He will recuperate and join the team ahead of the second test. Meanwhile, Abbott is the third confirmed casualty along with batsman David Warner and Will Pucovski from the Australian side. According to Cricket Australia, Sean Abbott will remain in Sydney and continue his rehabilitation.